yummy, 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 yummy stone soup. Yummy, 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 yummy stone soup. Oh, hello everyone. Welcome to my kitchen. My name is Elisabeth. I was just remembering a story that happened long, long ago in the village where I grew up. So much time has passed since then. But I have a special storytelling box that helps me to remember things. Now, where did I put it? Aha! This box has travelled with me for many years. When I was a little girl, I lived in a land where a terrible war had raged for so long that the people had forgotten what they were fighting for. After the war had ended, most people were very poor. They were hungry and tired, and they became fearful and suspicious of one another. Now there were 3 travellers journeying through that land. They were musicians. The eldest played the accordion, the second played the ukulele, and the youngest, he could sing the sunshine back out from behind the darkest cloud in the sky. The travellers wandered from village to village, singing and playing in exchange for a bite to eat and somewhere to sleep. One day they had walked from dawn until sunset, but they still had not found a place to stay. Then they rounded the crest of a hill and saw a village with lights twinkling below. "Friends," said the youngest traveller, "how lucky we be! We shall eat well tonight. Just you follow me." But when they arrived in the village square, there was not a single light on in any window, and the shutters were locked and barred. "Hello? Is there anybody there? Excuse me? Can you hear me in there? Hello? Hello?" The travellers with the accordion and the ukulele looked gloomy, but the youngest grinned and said, "Friends, fear not. Just fetch me a pot. Build me a fire and I will cook your heart's desire. Stone soup, that niftiest, thriftiest of dishes, is sure to grant your hungry wishes." As he said this, he pulled a small, rather ordinary-looking stone from his pocket. "Of course," cried the second traveller. "The stone of sumptuousness, the pebble of possibility, the rock of relish. Your soup is unrivalled." "Yes, yes," chimed in the third. "Last time we had it, we ate like princes. Tonight we shall eat like kings." They set to work, collecting firewood and river water, and when the pot was bubbling, the youngest traveller dropped the stone into the pot. After a while, he tasted the soup. "Friends, it's delicious, scrumptious. My taste buds are sizzling. We could eat it now, but wait, there's just one thing missing. If we had a carrot, how fine that would be. A carrot indeed would perfect this recipe." Just then, the window of the nearest house opened, and an old man appeared.
A carrot, I've got one of those. A carrot, in the pot it goes."
The old man came down to the village square and added the carrot to the pot. The travellers thanked him kindly and invited him to stay and eat some soup when it was ready. After a while, the youngest traveller tasted the soup again. "Friends, this is a wonderful soup indeed. Tasty, delectable, it will feed our bellies, warm our hearts on this cold night. But if we only had an onion, then it would be just right."
An onion, I've got one of those. An onion, in the pot it goes.
By now, the soup was actually beginning to smell rather good. The aroma of vegetables cooking wafted on the night air into the villagers' houses. Again, the youngest traveller tasted the soup. "Friends, this is astounding, delightful, scrumptious. We're on the brink of serving up, and yet it would be more nutritious if we just had some celery. That would be so delicious."
A celery, I've got one of those. A celery, in the pot it goes.
I was a very curious little girl back then. I was peeking from behind the curtains, watching everything that the travellers were doing. I wanted to help, so I asked my mother if I could have a leek to put in the pot. Down to the village square I went, and my vegetable was added to the soup.
A leek, I've got one of those. A leek, in the pot it goes.
By now, windows and doors were opening all over the village.
Some broccoli, I've got quite a lot of broccoli, put it in the pot. A beetroot, I've got one of those. A beetroot, in the pot it goes. Some salt, I've got quite a lot of salt, put it in the pot.
We've got all we need. Come on, let us eat. We've got all we need. Come on, let us eat. The most delicious, tasty, scrumptious, healthy, nutritious, warming, delectable, lovely, nourishing, strengthening. Yummy, 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 stove soup, stove soup. Yummy, 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 stove soup, stove soup.
When the soup was ready, we ran to fetch bowls and cups, and it was ladled out. There was enough for seconds, thirds, and fourths, and everybody agreed it was the most delicious soup that they had ever tasted. That night, everybody slept well, with full and contented bellies. The next morning, the three travellers were just about to leave when the people came running out of their houses, calling, "Wait! Why are you going so soon? Won't you stay tonight with us and make another stone soup?" The three friends smiled. "Thank you kindly, dear madams and sirs, but we must be on our way." "But do not fret. You know the recipe. You can make it every day." Well, I didn't want the travellers to leave either. I went running over to them. "But what about the special stone? How will we do it without that? The youngest traveller smiled then and put his hand in his pocket. Here, you keep it. It's yours now. And with that, the three travellers continued their journey, away from our village, along the lane, and into the hills. We never saw those travellers again. But after that, every Saturday night, the people of my village met in the square. Everybody brought what they could to add to the pot. We cooked, we talked, we sang, we ate together, and we told stories. Of course, our favourite story to tell was the one about the three travellers. Now I've told you the story, and who knows, maybe you will tell it to somebody else. Oh, I must get back to my cooking. My guests will be arriving shortly. Until we meet again, farewell.